Hello, everybody, and welcome to another. We got Leonard. I'm being stalked. I'm kinda into it. Our half-elf duelist, played by Pepper. Hello, welcome.
Well, wouldn't go that far.
Soul of the Starter, Tiefling Bard, played by High Pester. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
And the overworked but highly logical and reasonable Cyrax, our Tiefling Elementalist, played by Neorak. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hi! Alright, we'll have a last time, gang.
Who wants to do it?
Not Hess, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can do it.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
Bit important stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so we pick up basically right where we left off with finding out that Felix has some sort of connection to the demon. Either he's possessed by it, either he is the demon, we do not know. But yeah, we are engaging in a combat with it. Well, basically went back to Felix, and used Felix's knife to threaten us to leave. But well, Leo and Daphne tried to restrain it. Well, Leo by stabbing the kid's hand into the wall behind, while Daphne also joined Leo in wrestling the kid's arm. Basically, both of them grappling it. um. Yeah. So after that, it was basically a one heck of a fight. While we keep constantly trying to figure out how the kid connect to the devil, trying to figure out its weaknesses, uh, stabbing the kids and then healing the kids and then stabbing the kids and then stabilizing the kids. um, Seeing like basically the demon is fed up with us just stabbing its host. I guess it well exit the body again and attack us. So insulted us, the demon, and the demon went straight for him, downing him in like one go. But that gave Leo and Daphne enough time to try to stab at the. Well, the intention was to stab at the black orb thing on Felix's arm, but Leo missed, and then Daphne recklessly attacking, haha, missed the orb but hit the kid. Uh, well, downing him, not really killing him yet. Uh, but as he, like Felix, well, dropped to the ground, we hear the demon, uh, like scream out, uh, basically trying to go back to Felix, but Felix died because of blood loss.
An 8-year-old kid, what you gotta do?
Yep. Sorry, kid, you weren't strong
stabbing.
enough. um, the demon then kind of shrink in sizes and try to escape through the windows, but on his way he got attacked by Leo, both Leo, Daphne, and Sterax like 3 times. And then in a very coordinated attack, not stepping on each other's toes, both Leo and Daphne, with a very respectable weapon of a carving knife, stabbing the absolute heck out of the demon, killing it. entirely. Well, as much as the fight with the demon was hard, the aftermath of it was even harder to deal with. We got the rectoress Belasco popping her head up the Arctic, seeing the crime scene, screaming, almost got. Well, nah, Daphne was not gonna silence her, but there was implication there. Um, we went through some explanation with her, asking for the help of Father Lucian. Leo, fortunately, persuade Father Lucian to help them kind of dissolve the problem, so it does not spread fear within Valaki and made Valakian scared and panics and cause panics and cause bad things to happen. So Lucian agreed. He helped with or his acolyte help with calming down the kids. He helps with tending to Felix's corpse and do some cleaning and help the rectress calm down and deal with the emotions and the aftermath of Felix's death. Meanwhile, uh, Daphne and Sterex went around to investigate the rest of the orphanage to make sure that there's nothing left of the demon. They did eventually spot a locket, right? It was a locket with yeah, very sturdy locket with actually text written in celestial saying "Let darkness hide from the grace from the gaze of light."
You
Uh,
remember, damn.
yeah, of course. I read celestial. Haha.
I mean,
No, yeah. Styrax sent some faint uh vismancy magic from it, but when they opened the claps, like a few small black tendrils just came out from the locket and just fizzle out. We also went to check how Milovoy is or was. And we also found out that the faint sense of vismancy magic on him also is uh, uh, fading out. Uh, After that, Soul woke up, and also the party reunited again at Malavoid room. We eventually decided not to wake up the poor man and just let the man rest and went to Father Lucian to see how's things going. We um found out that the rectress found the locket on Cedric body.
Correct?
Like when Cedric died, the rectress found the locket on his body and just keep shaking it, having it in her office. At this point, we can assume that most of the tragedy in the orphanage was caused by Felix or the demon possessing Felix, being the infernal runes, the scaring all the kids that run away, and maybe even killing Cedric, pushing him down the second floor. Um, Father Lucian also reward the Leo and Daphne with two potions of healing, and told them to accept it as a reward for keeping peace in Valaki, something like that, for doing good. Yeah, for doing good. Uh, After quite an eventful day, And they went back to the tavern to rest, only to realize that the day hasn't been over yet. There's still one more thing to do. That is the dinner at the Vector house. That's where we left off.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Good work. Okay. Let's do something a bit eerie. Yeah, perfect.
Very eerie.
Where are we gonna go? I think we're just gonna go here. For just a moment. You follow the hooded, perpetually frowning lackey of Fiona Wachter through the thick mists and his guiding lighten. The cobblestone underneath your feet is slick by moisture of the white whales. Dusk has come and gone, and so has also the Barovians on the street. Now retreated into their respective shelters, gathered for dinner, assumingly. But there's no great buzz in the air, no traveling sound of people laughing over their food. Neither are there many windows alit. It feels lonely in this grey, obscured world. On the onesie you find life, and it was a bit of a surprise when they suddenly appeared through the parting mist, a passing duo of guards hovering around their own travel lantern. They suspiciously regard you, but then decide to let you pass without harassment. Despite moving by this area about twice before, and knowing where you are going, you can't help to feel that creeping paranoia of the unknown climbing up your spine. When half hidden and laying dark, the houses that you move by feel unfamiliar and alien. Then the man abruptly stops and thrusts the lantern in Daphne's hand, croaking that you should continue to walk your house on your own and that he will meet you there. A bit apprehensively, you agree, and the man disappears into a side alley with silent footsteps in great haste. Eventually, the guards you pass by just beside Wachter House seems half asleep, where they lean against a house facade, but whips to attention when they see you. Silently, they recognize you and quietly watch you approach the Wachter gates. There, silence meets you again, as the two ruffians outside the gates opens them for you without comment nor hesitation. The realization that both the gods and the Wachter people were ready for your arrival and accepted it makes you feel worried, like you are stepping onto somebody else's chessboard and you are somebody else's pawn. It's too late to turn back now, however, as you step into the front garden. A figure coming out of the shadow and mist, the hooded man once again with his crooked frowning smile greet you welcome, and unceremoniously he steps towards the front doors and opens them for you, bidding you to enter. Let's move into the map. And let's put on some less stressful music. There we go. Alright, what do you want to do?
To go inside.
Yeah.
Should I take the front, Daphne, or do you want to go?
Oh, oops, I was muted. Sorry. Definitely just gotta step aside and said, "Well, you are the noble man here. Please go ahead, my lord.
Like, enter.
Alright. You step into what seems to be a narrow vestibule with stained glass windows set into the wooden frames at 3 points. Waiting there for you is a butler of a sort, dressed in rather muted colors, but strict and cleaned and pressed. He gives you a 45 angled bow and asks to take your coat.
It usually doesn't have a coat. But yeah, I guess.
Or any backpack or anything that you might be wanting to offload, you know?
He doesn't really carry much, but yeah, definitely probably. So he's gonna be like, no, thank you, but I have come lightly. Not much. Let go.
He waves you on into the hallway and then looks towards Daphne.
I will step in and give him my bag, but I'll still keep my knife on me.
Okay, a little bit hidden, I presume.
Yeah, of course, very hidden.
Alright. Soul Starks? Anything you give away?
So we'll give his backpack, but keep his loot in hand.
Okay. Starks?
The Starbucks will take out of her backpack 2 books and then give the backpack.
Alright. Then he rather politely tells you which door to open. Which I will do now for you. Telling you where to go. There you go. You step into a parlor. Elegant couches surround an oval table made out of black glass, all set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair, grey at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall, and on the other side of the room, there's an ornate dining table stretching the length of it, a crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware is a little bit tarnished, the dishes a bit chipped, yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs, their backs adorned with sculpted elkhorns surround the table. Arch windows, made out of a latticework of iron and glass, look onto the small, fog-swept estate. Standing there with her hands in front of her stomach laced together is a rather tall and a big woman, but she's not rotund. She's just she has thick bones, as for sure. Mature, dressed in a puffy black and red, rather Renaissance Elizabethan dress with puffy shoulders and a great neck piece that kind of just stops just underneath her jawline. Her hair up in an intricate but still practical hairdo with just 2 simple golden earrings. Once again, you're greeted by a curt bow and a rather deep baritone voice that goes, "I bid thee welcome to Wachter House. Is it not Lord Leonard, Daphne, Sol, and Cyrix?"
That is correct. Thank you for inviting us.
It is
No, it bows well.
both my pleasure and quite necessary, as I see it.
Interesting. Oh, we're here to hear about it, I suppose.
Indeed. But pleasure first, dinner. Please take your seats. And I will try to entertain you properly.
I'll see if there's any seat that...
Let's go to this instead. The hooded man comes in after you, kind of pushes past Styrex, and sinks down into one of these sofas, but with his back to you, and reaches for a glass that he fills.
And look if it seems like there's any place, you know, where they sit, or is there, if there's any...
Yeah, Lady Wachter goes to the head seat furthest away from the room and kind of stands behind it, but in politeness she waits for you all to take your seat before she takes hers.
I'm gonna take the opposite.
Yep, definitely will take this one.
So we'll take this one.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And so we're sitting at the back of the chair, yeah.
He leans
That's
with
it.
style. He sits with style, as you know.
As soon as you kind of sit down, she claps her hands before she takes her seat as well. And in from the door, what seems to be a chef and a servant girl comes out carrying trays. It seems to be the head, like the piece of resistance, is this big, a little bit tarnished silver bowl with a lid that has these intricate vines around it, and when it's open, it's this steaming goulash kind of stew. Served with it on the side are some vegetables, some bread, some warmed up ale, but also some grape mash, some wine. The worst kind of quality, though. And as it's being served, Lady Wachter gives you all an apologetic smile and says, "I have to excuse the kind of wine that I am bidding you to drink tonight, but it's all what my wine stores have left."
Yeah, we've heard some
Yeah.
problems.
Yes, an issue that should be rectified as soon as possible, but the question is how. Especially so when Vargas Volakovic is too scared of leaving these walls. But I'm sorry, and once again I fall into the topic of politics. Let's eat first.
We have the pleasure with other parts of your family, or is it just you today?
My husband, Nikolai, passed away a few years ago. Now, Nikolai II and Karl, well, they are not suitable for this kind of a companionship. They have a lot to learn, and you probably will find them at the tavern.
Ah, I see.
And
I've
Stella,
already met him.
my last... Well, she's upstairs and incapable of joining us.
It's unfortunate. Sorry, didn't want to trigger anything.
No, it's quite alright. I thought I would be more lonely than what I am. I have just filled my days with greater concerns. Please, dig in.
So it's eating.
Yeah, Daphne will also start eating.
Yeah, Soul will courteously starts to eat.
Alright. After a little bit of a silence, of just cutlery, moving and drinks being raised, after the kind of small talk of like, how's the weather? How do you like it here? Are you doing alright? She finally asks, so I had to understand that you are outsiders coming from this place called the Protectorate.
That is correct, yes.
Tell me, what is the state of the Protectorate? Is it flourishing with trade and prosperity?
Doing quite well, yes.
Oh,
Still has to deal with a lot of problems, but it's doing quite well.
that is wonderful to hear. I sincerely hope that we might be able to open some kind of channel.
Well, it is a few weeks away from here, so... But yeah, certainly there could be something there.
Is the people of the Protectorate as, she pauses, takes another spoonful of the soup and like chews a little bit as she considers what to say next. Wary of tieflings and other strange heritages.
Not really, no.
Oh, that's
Aside
great to
from-
hear.
Yeah.
Then perhaps the Vistani might be accepted as a legitimate trading partner?
Certainly, yeah.
Very good
Couldn't
news.
see why not.
No, I agree. They might be a little bit elusive though to force into a routine, a habit, but I think with the promise of gold, it might be achievable. But if I'm to understand correctly, was I only know one tribe of tieflings, Styrex Soul, you do not belong to it. What kind of tribe do you belong to?
Soul will look at Styrex and say, we are colleagues.
And hearing Soul trying to, well, look at Sarax, Daphne will say, well, Soul here belong to the organization named Scrobel. He's my colleague. Why Starax here is not, she is also works in the same field as us, and we are all from the Protectorate.
Scroll Bow. I haven't had the pleasure of hearing about such an organization. Is it mighty?
Well, you see, living upon these lands, we do have a lot of threats to deal with. Do you agree with me, madam?
There are certainly dangerous things in the night, but I have found it that if you have the right friends, then those things can be more easily avoidable.
Normally, it would be advised for normal people to avoid them, but we Scrobel deal with them directly.
Ah, some kind of beast hunter?
You can consider us as hunter, yes.
quite exciting and impressive. So there are many different kind of orders that are within the lands of the Protectorate.
There are quite a few, yes, and Scrobel is among them, madam.
A whole new political landscape to consider, and no way to visit it on my own. Quite a challenge. I also know that you have been meeting with the Baron, Victor, and
That is correct.
Vargas. I've also heard that you have spent some time with the son.
Yeah, he is a strange fellow.
Difficult one, if I may add in.
Difficult in one way.
Annoying, mostly.
Hard to communicate with.
Is that your full assessment of the boy?
I mean, he's smart as well. Reads a lot.
But maybe... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
But maybe he's not much of a social butterfly.
Hmm.
You must know him as well a bit, considering the history between your daughter and him.
Well, yes, of course. I haven't spent much time with him in person. I thought it best that two young people straighten out things on their own without the need of having awkward parrots around. But evidently I was wrong. Perhaps I could have nipped whatever has developed in my poor Stella in the bud if I had been more active. But I do not know exactly what caused it.
You think Victor did it?
Do you think he did it?
Didn't seem like it when I talked to him. But
That's a shame.
some people are hard to read.
I want there to be an easy explanation for what has happened, something I can point my finger on. Perhaps it will not be that. I've also heard some rumors about some strange light coming from his window at night. Were you able to investigate about that?
How strange are we speaking, madam?
Well, a blue light is hard to come by.
We weren't aware of that when we first talked to him. So, unfortunately, we didn't really ask him about any blue light.
Maybe you haven't heard a specific rumor as of yet, but when you do, I would recommend that you do. It's quite
Don't
interesting.
mind.
What do you think about my hometown Valaki in general? What is your first opinions?
Well, all is well, isn't it?
All is certainly not well. But I hear the jest, and I appreciate it.
Well, it's a bit uncomfortable for outsiders.
Mm.
Impressive.
Yeah, you can. That word does describe it well. A bit hard to breathe, if I may add.
I'm watching what you say, what you do, at every given moment. Hoping that nobody overhears you. Yes, I know this well. And if you dare to be a genuine person, well, into the Reformation Center you go, and come out different.
Yeah, we heard about that and even encountered it a little bit. That's quite scary.
Oh, very much so. There's one thing to experience pain, another to be maimed, and certainly a third experience to lose your life. But to be changed of who you fundamentally are, it's my personal opinion that that's a fate worse than death. As there's somebody else inhabiting your body. Body snatching, perhaps, is a great synonym for it.
Do you think your daughter had something similar happen without you seeing it? Considering she seems to have changed as well.
What my daughter has is far more extreme. I haven't had the pleasure of having some kind of formal education, as what I've heard is great institutions existing outside of the mists. But I've had the fortune of being left with a great repository of knowledge through the books that have been passed down in my family. And well, my parents did take some care into giving me a basic understanding of things. And I've naturally fallen into the topic of psychology. Out of necessity, really. And I've welcomed those in my home, family members who suffer some post-trauma of what have happened to them. Now, they refuse to tell me exactly what has happened, but their symptoms can be alleviated and treated in some ways. Most of the time is exceptional nervousness, triggered moments of anxiousness or shock. Apathy is also a common trend. But my daughter, she's far beyond. She is delusional, extremely delusional. It takes quite some time for the more adverse forms of psychological defects to be formed within a brain of my patients inside the Reformation Center. Now, as far as my knowledge goes, Stella's never been inside. Seems the matter is more complicated.
So we'll continue slowly eating as he listens.
Okay. Starks?
Yeah.
Also listening?
Yep. Listen, and just eating.
A bit of a silence stretches out of the table, and you all finish your food. Another clap from Walter's hands, and the chef and the servant girl comes back, and they remove the table from food and leave behind a few, but rather small honey cookies.
Mm.
And Walter kind of leans back in the chair a little bit, makes herself comfortable with a warm ale mug in one of her hands. Right, now the pleasure has been had, let me get to business. I want to be straight with you.
Yes, be.
I'm quite sure that you all are a bit suspicious of why I've invited you in this way to my house, especially since the very tense situation between me and the Baron. And I simply have a proposition. I'm quite sure that the Baron has told you to poke me a little bit and see if I can slip up. And you are certainly welcome to go back to Burgomaster Vargas Volakovic in the morning and tell him of all the terrible things I've said tonight. But I do believe that what I'm about to say next is going to prevent you from doing so. Because I believe, as much as I do, that you also want to see change in Vallaki. Because all is not well. People should not be treated like they are. Punishment and law must be a thing, yes. But to be put in donkey masks in the middle of the town square to be ridiculous. And then fundamentally changed and traumatized within the bowels of the Reformation Center. Well, that's just cruel. To not be able to voice your opinion about the Burgomaster, about how things are going in Vallaki. This blatant racism and this discrimination against the other people that inhabit this valley with us. It all prevents prosperity and trade. Isolation will not do us good. I believe that we should open our gates and make substantial trade with the Vistani, with Kresk, with the village of Barovia, perhaps with the Protectorate, if possible. No one can flourish isolated on their own. We're all a part of a bigger community, and I believe it's about time that we step into it. Well, as far as much as we can. I've had quite enough, and I'm growing old. And I'm worried about what kind of town Karl, Nikolai, and Stella will live in when I am gone. So, at the festival tomorrow, I will do what I have to do. I have tried to talk with Vargas in the past, tried to make him change his mind. I've tried to politically gain power by organizing this union between Stella and Victor, thinking that when Vargas is finally dead and gone, that Stella and Victor would be more malleable. But that horrendously failed. And so there is nothing else than old-fashioned threat of violence. And it will happen at the festival tomorrow. Most of the guards will be on my side, I assure you, because I have the loyalty of Captain Strasny. I also have several members of Vallaki on my side through my little book club. And what I ask of you are one of two things. Either you can stand with me and show me support and promise the people of Vallaki that prosperity and trade will be had with the Protectorate through the Vistani if they choose me as burgomistress. Or that you simply stand aside and let come whatever comes without your meddling and without your report to the Burgomaster. What say ye?
It's quite a thing. I look amongst my group.
Daphne is currently a bit lost in thoughts, like she focusing on processing the information that she just received with determination on her face.
Alright.
It seems quite dangerous for you to do that, and to tell us even.
For sure.
You
But from what I've heard what's happened in the orphanage, you are certainly a power in Vallaki now.
So you have heard of that event?
There are very few things that happen in Vallaki that I would not know.
Well then,
I can tell you, we certainly want the best for these people in general, for people, but we really don't know you much, and all I've heard quite the stories. Is there anything you can maybe give us as a sort of show that you're on the right side of things?
I haven't served in any office because I haven't been allowed to do so. I believe in action over words, despite me saying quite a few tonight. Quite frankly, there is no evidence I can give you, except a promise upon my soul that I will try to do with Vallaki what I consider to be in its best interest.
so, madam, let me, if I may ask you one thing.
Of course.
All I know about revolt and a coup is that it's ultimately a tool, not a goal. Meaning that if you cannot provide a replacement, a other options for whoever is, well, leading at the top, then revolution, whether through politics or violence, are ultimately meaningless. Have you prepared a replacement for that?
Ah, yes. My 4 captains of my book club. I do have a trade minister, a captain of the new guard force, but do not tell Strasny that. And she gives like a devilish smile. I also have my administrator and my advisor.
What do you know about Captain Strasny?
I know that he has been a very naughty, naughty boy. A lonely, naughty boy. And I know that, but I hold over him will throw him into the Reformation Center. Unless I hold my tongue. And so I blackmailed him into his cooperation and loyalty.
Well, his connection with the Burgomaster is pretty tight. So, let's hope that that is enough to make him switch.
I believe so. I am willing to risk my life on it.
Certainly.
So you say there's not much going on in Vallaki that you did not know about? Is that correct, madam?
Quite often so.
Do you happen to know about the, well, disappearance of Arabelle?
I have heard about the Vistani plight, yes.
And do you happen to know her whereabouts? If she has ever traveled within the War of Vallaki?
Well, there are certain assumptions you can make. Clearly. The assumption of a rather large bag that was transported in through the northern gates.
Yes.
Then his question to me, after learning my eclectic talents, he asked me about the process of mummification. Then I put 2 and 2 together. And now he's in the palm of my hand.
Well, I guess that's one mystery down. I do not speak for my party member and, well, my employer here. Daphne look at Leo. But me personally am not a fan of how Vallaki is going. And frankly, seeing the looks on that poor shopkeeper face, that impacted me quite a bit. But that is to say, I will not support just whatever or whoever comes and try to take down the Burgomaster, because even if you take him down and you do not provide a adequate or reasonable replacement for him, then that would be us back to square one. That's why, at least for me personally, in no offense to you, madam, but I do want to assess the situation before making my final choice.
That sounds absolutely reasonable to me. Harsh and hastened decisions are not often the wisest.
Indeed.
All I'm asking is that you wait to report anything to the Baron except that I have been a perfect citizen. And let us to take care of this problem tomorrow.
I'm inclined to accept to that, but I would like some more information. Do you know where Arabelle is right now?
Regrettably, not so. I did not want Captain Strasny to suspect me. But rest assured that the Vistani will know what has happened after I have gotten my way with him and his loyalty.
Can I insight check? I'm an empathy composer checker.
Yeah, sure.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah.
Perfect. Good start. Good start.
If Leo roll high, I'm calling it. I will roll low.
Now he rolled
Well,
low. Very low.
I guess we are friends, Leo.
well, you had 4 times as much as I rolled. So,
You're very suspicious right now, and you don't really know this woman.
you know if she's still alive, at least. It's gonna be hard to have any trade with the Vistani ever again. If she isn't.
Exactly.
No matter who takes over.
I'm sorry, but I think that ship has sailed.
So
That'll be
you
difficult.
mean?
I got quite the impression that the mummification question was a was needed fast. He was quite desperate.
Interesting.
Would
Considering
you
he...
be? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you go. You finish your sentence. Sorry.
Definitely interesting considering he still buys some toys every now and then. Or is he buying other stuff? Just at the toy shop.
I am not sure if his obsession has died.
You wanna elaborate on that?
I'm not entirely sure what he goes to buy, but I have heard tales about dolls.
Would you happen to know about, well, where that ship was heading? Or any potential location that we can look into?
Well, as the captain of the guard, I would assume he has some kind of office, perhaps in the Reformation Center. But perhaps that's Lydia. She has definitely one, and that's quite interesting. Otherwise, he has his room in the burgomaster's home.
Wait. Starix, you got anything in your notebook you wanna ask? There's a chance.
No, you're asking the questions I want to ask. He was having a power outage.
Oh, just right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I thought you were making
Wow.
fun. It's like, wait.
Ah, damn it.
Since you have shown us quite a bit of information, but there's still a few more that we would want to ask you.
Go ahead.
You know that the land of Barovia, there's quite a few threats going on outside the wall.
Ah,
Have you have any of your defense measurements against it?
my family is old. And we have brushed shoulders in the past with the mightiest of this whole island.
Ah,
I do not believe that she is something to be feared. Well, definitely to be respected. Otherwise, there are certain consequences to consider. It is my personal opinion that working with the storm instead of fighting against it will leave you better off.
Well, whatever happens tomorrow, there's still the other about, even if you take over. Seems quite a powerful fellow.
You
How do you want to deal with that?
You struck the nail on its head, Lord Leonard. That's the only factor that I am worried about. I know that I'm laying my life in your hands right now, because if you go and report me to the Baron right now, then I would be a dead woman. But I've seen you operate around Volaki these last 2 days, and I'm quite sure that if you're not going to join my rebellion, you are going to let Vargas and me fight it out. But the other, on the other hand, pun intended, is mysterious and worrisome. But then again, I also have my aces up my sleeve.
Anything you know about him?
They must operate within the Reformation Center. Because there is where the horror stories usually begin. But who they are, I do not know. But whatever methods they are employing, they're certainly traumatizing.
you think they might be using some sort of magics on them?
No. That is my running theory as well. Probably some practical elements as well, but whoever it is, they truly have a depraved, psychotic mind.
Very dangerous.
So let's say we hypothetically stand aside or join you in your cause. Would you be able to, help us back in any form? In any way?
I understand that as outsiders in Barovia, you do not have any permanent place to stay. And whilst the Burgomaster mansion is, well, grand, I am quite comfortable where I am. You will get the deed to the house and a letter of recommendation. This letter will give you discounts in all of the shops in Vallaki. And lastly, the gates to Vallaki will be forever open, without harassment to you.
That's definitely a good deal. One last thing. You've heard us messing about the orphanage. Do you know anything about what happened there? Why Cedric fell? Or anything along those lines?
It's not like I have eyes and ears exactly when things happen, but at some point I will hear of them afterwards, if you catch my drift. For a child to on their own slip or jump accidentally out of a window that reaches up to, well, their chest is rather strange. Now, a life of an orphan is not easy, especially so with Vargas as captain of this ship. It could have been suicide. But children can also be cruel, mean bullies. It could have been an accident from somebody else in a rage. But then I heard the rumors of some kind of creature inside of one of the orphans' bodies. So something far more supernatural seems to have gone on. But that is all of which I am aware of.
Do you know anyone that was at the scene when Cedric fell? Maybe the first, maybe the second to see him.
I'm quite sure that the rectress, because it was, I think it was in the afternoon when it happened, and the rector spends a lot of time in their office, and it's quite, outside of her window, basically. Of course, there were some orphans at the scene, but I think she pushed them away rather quickly not to see the, well, to be frank, the splattered remains of a brain.
Okay, thank you.
Then, of course, the soldiers came, and Father Lucian.
Our character, we still have the locket with us, right?
Yes,
We
I
have.
believe so.
Yes,
Yeah.
you kept it.
Oh yeah, you kept it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let us just get straight about it, madam. Would you happen to know where this came from? I'll pull out the locket.
She takes it gingerly in her hands, looks it over, sees the text, furrows her brow, and then she gently puts it down on the table. Rather rudimentary craftsmanship, a language that I do not understand.
It's written in a language called Celestial, madam.
Can I empathy check her throughout this?
Sure, go ahead.
Just see if there's anything she's lying about, anything she's...
Yeah, same here. If you allow it. Oh,
wow.
never mind.
Ooh, nice, Leo.
Wow.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Bro.
A negative then.
Never in the middle. Always top or minimum.
um, well, um, she does see this trinket as a trinket. She doesn't believe that there's anything special about it, or she just has a passing interest in it. So she doesn't seem like she has seen it before.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like she can, do anything with it. Like, she doesn't understand that it's a magic item or anything. Or was, rather.
Hmm. No.
Okay.
She puts it on the table. Unsure.
So she doesn't know where it came from. She doesn't know that it's a magic item.
Yeah, she's not seen it before. And not heard about it before, probably.
There's genuine curiosity, but only mild. So, in her eyes, and there's no recollection.
Right.
Well,
I'll look over to Styrex and say, is there anything in your notebooks? Anything you want to ask still? Now's the chance.
Styrax shakes her head.
Alright. Well, thank you for the lovely dinner. I think
before
we'll...
that, Leo,
Yeah, something.
I mean, well, Madam Factor already so kindly give us a lot of information. I think we should also give her our answer as well. Madam, would you mind if we discuss this matters on our own?
Oh, well, certainly. Let us not stand in your way. And she stands up, goes over to the perpetually frowning man, taps him on the shoulder. He grunts, finishes his glass, and she says, "Just clap loudly when you're feeling content. I shall be eagerly awaiting your response." And both of them head out the door.
Right, so what do you guys think about it?
There's more than meets the eye, just as the bard said.
Mm-hmm.
The rewards that she's promising sounds good to be true.
I mean,
She's certainly working with, who? But I'm not sure if she's... Well, she at least didn't see this as a magic item, so I don't think she has much knowledge in that regard. So, at least that's what I can tell. So...
But I
maybe
still
she's just
think what.
another pawn.
But I
of
still
that person.
think what C told us. That Lady Walker has very good ideas.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
personally, yes, we do not know about this lady, but what she has to say, honestly, is what I expected. Well, just look at this town. Leo, you've been there with me at the supply shop. You've seen the lady, right?
Yes.
There are more people suffering, just like her. This town is so oppressive that one could imagine that they are not breathing fresh air at all.
Yeah, it is. It is bad.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say, but I think
So
Vasilisa
let us
wouldn't do anything worse than what's happening right now.
let's just put it this way. Yes, I'm not a big fan of the Countess, but I feel like my hatred towards whatever is going in this town is even more compared to, well, my skepticalness with the Countess.
Yeah, it's just a decision between two evils at the end of the day. But the one that's right in front of us is more real. And it seems more devastating. But then again, we won't really know, unfortunately. Can only try
That's
what we
why.
think is right.
Yep, that's why I said we can make the decisions based on what we know. We cannot always know about everything before making decision, right?
Yeah. And if there's
So
one thing, if there's one person I want to deal with, then it's definitely
Mhm.
going to be the other. So I will choose that path any day.
okay.
I
So
would love to.
we're letting this her plan let on.
We probably should
At
leave now.
least,
Well,
yes.
yeah.
Well, I feel
I
like. Sorry,
com-
you go. So,
yeah, sorry. I completely agree that a change must happen, but her plans might danger innocence. If we do
well,
let this pass, I would like to at least guide the innocents out of harm's way.
let's just hear. This is a good point you bring up. So,
Well, from what I understand,
if we
it's
decided
actually
to help, sorry, you go, Leo.
just to clarify something, at least how I understand it. Uh, anyone that is willing to fight for one side will fight for that, and everyone else will be out of the mix mostly.
Yeah.
There seems to be not really a situation where you kill innocents,
And
only those, who want to fight. And after all, we know that there's a lot of dead inside people here.
Don't underestimate chaos, Leo. People
yes,
will
but
do crazy things at the moment.
let's look at it. So,
It's definitely not a bad idea to
in
help.
this town, with it, how is it? How the current situation of this town? If just one person who have the power and influence to make big change, do you think most of the people would follow that person? And if they decided to follow that person, yes, even so is, well, the good old violence revolution.
You'd like
They
that.
have to expect that is not a walk in the park. It's not just picking flowers off the side. It's fighting, it's violence, and people gonna get hurt.
I think Sol has a good point, of course. If there's anyone that needs help, I don't think we won't help them. I think we will help them.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree.
What I want is unnecessary bloodshed.
Oh, of course. That is
But
exactly why Well, let's hear your opinion. So, how do you think about it? The whole situation.
It just comes to simple: a change must happen, which Lady Wagner is doing. But I want I want to help those who doesn't want to fight or cannot fight. Lead them away from the danger. That is why if we plan to do this, I would, or we all, help those that doesn't want to fight or cannot fight at all.
I agree. If there's anyone that needs help, we would help, yes. I don't see why we shouldn't. If there's anything we can be done.
All right, let's put the hypothetically what we would do if we join, and answer the question: do we let this slide? And if we let this slide, do we join or not? Personally, my answer that is that I will join her, but I will follow the group ultimate decision.
I don't like the whole thing with the Protectorate. Not a huge fan of hitting the Protectorate up with a letter in any form. Not at all. And if she is working with the Countess, then that's probably what she wants at the end of the day. As
Yep.
to get the Protectorate involved in a way that's suitable for the Countess. And I kind of want to prevent that as long as possible.
The Protectorate already has their own problems.
Yes.
This is adding more to the pile.
I don't like that part. I'd like to join. Whatever, I can say that she's great, or whatever. But the whole Protectorate thing is, difficult. Maybe it's just me not wanting to send a letter there, but... yeah, that's where I stand. If I would join her, but I wouldn't go as far as to...
Yeah. I feel like the matters of, well, regarding the protectorate can be discussed, but let's put it like this. Our decision only stopped at helping her in this particular event. And personally, I feel like having the, and definitely do the air quote, new Valaki would aid us greatly in our ultimate, well, endeavor.
Yeah.
Right? We have me and Leo who would join. What about you, Soul and Styrax?
So we'll look at Styrax waiting for her decision.
The only thing we cannot guarantee it is the Protectorate involved. But if what she says is the truth, a change is needed in this town, and I think we can get the most value we side with her.
I wholeheartedly agree. While the protectorate is on your case on your own, since you know you you three are the one who's making that decision. I believe that opening the Valaki doors towards the entire all of Barovia and letting the Vistani trade would benefit all of us. So I'll side with this plan.
And so,
Great.
as a bonus, we might also have more clues on Arabelle whereabouts. That being the Reformation Center, which we do not have a lot of
Access
access
to.
into,
Mm.
or Captain Strasny, which we also cannot meet for some reasons.
That's
Even
great.
even with you tracking, even with your skills, Stephanie.
Yes, tracking in. First of all, I'm good at tracking monster. Monster have very distinct footprint. Like, if they are a werewolf, they have big paws. If they are, I don't know, hypothetically demons, I mean, they won't even have footprint at all. But in a town where there are hundreds of people walking around every day, tracking one specifically person's footprint, which I'm not even familiar with, and in that town is covered by mist all the time, heavy mist. It's not particularly easy, so
Hmm. I see. Well, I'm so used to you being able to track anything that got used to it. Yeah, good to know.
I can't even track Arabelle, am I?
Ah,
Well, unfortunately, we know what happened. Just a very bad situation, but
mummification techniques. Hmm.
yeah. And I wonder what the toy obsession is about. It all seems like a very bad thing. Maybe Strasny got changed by the other as well, but in a difficult way. Well, at least we got a decision, right? Making a decision as a group is very fun, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to know that we're facing the same way. Yeah. Want me to call her back and tell her what our plans?
You're definitely the best clapper.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Saul will Saul will clap his hands really loud, causing vibrations throughout the entire room
Thunderclap.
Okay,
as it
calm down.
shakes.
Calm down. You're still below that if you clap. But it does ring. It does ring.
Thaumaturgy, the clap, come on.
Thunderclap.
And you hear creaking like down the stairs, and Wachter appearing in the door, looking rather assured of herself. Striding past you all, sitting down in the chair, leaning forward, her hands interlacing. So, what will it be?
Look amongst the rest of the group and say, "Well, we'll join you." But
We
the
have a few
whole
more questions, right, Leo?
yeah, mainly the whole protectorate thing is a little bit difficult. I am happy to support you in any other way, though.
At the beginning, she had this creeping smile on her lips that she was unable to contain. This kind of triumphant kind of look. Then a little bit of a furrow invades her visage. She leans back a little bit and says, in what way?
Well, that is, if you don't mind, more of a pen. Not a story I want to tell necessarily, but it is difficult.
I see. That's unfortunate to hear, but your support tomorrow is going to be the most important short term. The outsiders that saved the orphanage. That is a sign of change to come. Standing on my side, well, it might win over some more souls to my cause. As for the Protectorate, well, the Vistani are able to do their own introductions without a word or a letter from you, Lord Leonard.
Sure. Well, that's good. We'll stand on your side.
Well, there's still one more thing, if you don't mind. How would the normal citizens be joining this revolt of yours? I know event like this, well, injuries and casualties are something that is not avoidable, but we still do not want unnecessary bloodshed.
Ah, yes. It is my hope that with my passionate words tomorrow and the show of strength of the amount of guards that are on my side through Captain Strassi, that Vargas will realize that he is outnumbered and surrender. Believe it or not, I will not take his life. He will be exiled, however, but he is free to take up residence in any other part of Barovia. And he is able to take any keepsakes from his manor. Horses, men, if he would like to, then leave peacefully and hand over the power to me. That is the most ideal outcome. The second outcome, that is less ideal, is that there's going to be an open skirmish. And I hope that those who do not want to fight are able to stay clear out of it, to avoid injury and death of those innocent. But it is regime change we're talking about. And those are usually messy, or else what I've read in my books. I cannot make any promises that no one will be hurt, because I'm sure there will be something. But what I can promise is that after the dust has cleared, that everyone will wake up to a vastly different Valaki.
Side check.
Okay.
With a composure check.
Empathy composure check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any malice behind those words.
Yeah, same.
Alright.
40. Yes.
Mm. Not very.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, yesterday I rolled pretty shitty, so that's good. I'm gonna bounce back a little.
That not one goes with the last one.
Yeah, that was still the roll from last one. Yeah.
Okay. Daphne, still a little bit hard for you to get a beat on.
Yep.
Lead on.
Yep.
But Cyrex Leo, there is conviction in what she speaks. Genuine conviction.
So we'll stand up a little bit, getting everybody's attention, and what's I may have a solution to ensure that the amount of people injured is minimized. And he turns to Lady Wagner and say, Lady Wagner,
Vector.
Wagner, sorry. Would
It's fine.
you allow an area where you wouldn't do any skirmishes, so it can become a safe haven for those who cannot fight?
Well, this is unnecessary, because such an area already exists. The grounds of Saint Indra has always been blessed. And the church has always been outside of any political changes. To step onto church ground is to leave politics behind.
I'm sorry for that. I just want to make sure.
No, of course, your passion is quite inspiring.
And so
If-
we'll look. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No. Please finish your sentence. Sorry.
Oh no. Soul is. I'm just gonna say Soul is gonna sit back right down and look to you all, basically.
Yeah. Daphne would just say, if skirmish eventually happen, what would you want us to do? Just stand and try to raise morale of the people, or join in as well?
My hope is that you will raise your voice after my speech, my declaration is over, to show the people of Barovia and the guards that the future is with me. If that does not work, well, all I can say is let conscience guide you. You are not officially my citizens, or my citizens to be, and therefore I cannot order you, just that you follow the laws that exist in Vallaki. You may assist me in ridding the last bastions of those loyal to Vargas, if he would order them to resist. Or you may say and protect the innocent. This is up to you. But
Would
if
you-
the other would show up, and if there are some other things that I'm not aware of that Vargas has on his side, and you do not join me, well, let that be on your conscience as well.
Would you have well, let's just say hypothetically, like I said, I do not wish for violence to ensure, but hypothetically, if the burgomaster resistant are quite stubborn, would you have a way for us to have our gear back to, well, aid us in our endeavor as well?
In what endeavor can four outsiders hope to achieve in Barovia?
Oh well, the endeavor of helping you, of course. We cannot really help you in just plain clothing, correct?
The matter of the ban of weapons and armor. Well,
Yes.
if it does come to a skirmish, believe me, the guards' barracks where materials are being held is the first priority. There might be some armors there who is able to protect those brave non-guard souls that are willing to join me. The second priority would be the Reformation Center herself. It's a fort, after all. And if you join me in the march towards one of the gate barracks, or all three, well, whatever equipment they have taken from you is of course yours.
I think we have everything we need to know. Look at the rest. Thank you for a nice dinner. And see you in the morning. The Festival of the Sun.
Thank you for taking the leap of faith with me.
That's what we do.
Hopefully, the next time I say all is well in Valaki, I won't have this disgusting aftertaste in my mouth.
It's gonna take a long time until I will be able to say so with a light heart, but that is the goal.
Thank you, Madam Factor.
You
Hope
sense
you
it?
have a safe walk back to the tavern. Are you in need of an escort?
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright,
Thank you.
We can
And-
manage.
take at least the lantern that is left on my doorstep. The mists are thick tonight.
That is a good idea. We did have to give away our lanterns when we entered.
Starbucks will stand up and bow.
Yeah.
And
Soul will
take
do
your
as
leave.
well.
Alright. One after the other, you walk out back into the vestibule where you're given back your items untouched by the butler character. And then the door closes behind you. You go to the gates. They open, they close. The soldiers standing on guard watch you coolly as you leave. And then you're free, hidden within the thick mists of the late evening. And with that, we're gonna go for a short break. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah,
Good
we-
session so far. Damn.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, be right back.
Yeah. Come back ready. I'm gonna refill my glass. I'll be right back.
Yeah, same.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm back. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm back.
Poor
Welcome
Neo.
back.
Neo couldn't get some rest.
Yeah.
I'm hating my life right now.
Are you using like
Yeah.
your phone or something?
I'm back.
No, the headphones I use for work.
Oh.
Moonbow! 10,000 shadow points! Lone soul against the world! Got the perfect idea for the bigger, badder Bismuth Dragon. Oh god, I'm looking forward to that, Moonbow. We gotta talk about that. Just hit me up. We shall plan a time.
Oh, lone soul against the world. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
In the
Okay.
we did a 1 versus 1 versus the young Bismuth Dragon. Now we're gonna go for teenager. Leveled up the same
Oh.
character.
Ooh. A dragon hunter. Wow.
Reminds me of the when I do the little fight with a golem with who was it?
We did the
With Hamo.
Yeah, Hemo.
yeah. Yeah, we did the
Black Panther.
Yeah.
ooh.
Black Panther
The gear work
Hello.
behemoth.
Yeah,
Oh.
It was fun.
That's my guy.
It was really fun though.
It was. It was really fun.
I remember like realizing that my axe is like normal and they resist like normal damage. I just like
Yeah.
whacked one of the smaller guy with another smaller guy. It was fun.
Right. Yeah. No, and it's awesome also for me because it gives me an opportunity to try out the monsters I've created to make sure that they feels good for both parties.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome back.
And then realizing that my shield is magical and whacking them with my shield. Yeah, that was glorious.
Oh my god. Oh my. The Tyrannosaurus, the T-Rex one, bruh.
Thank you so much, Moomba.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was not only my monsters, like all of them are created with chat. So it's
Yeah.
it's a Frostmark Twitch channel like special. Yeah,
Oh.
I love them.
Yeah.
So
Very cool monster.
the metal one, that was so great. Yeah, the Battle Panther. Oh yeah, felt good. Felt
Is
good.
that the one with the T-Rex? I forgot.
Well,
Where-
often for some reason the Wanda polymorph has been drawn in the random artifact caches twice, and for some reason everyone goes for my Insidisaurus Rex
Oh fuck. Yeah.
to fight the other monster with, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah,
It's
yeah. But the playlist I created also for the Metal Panther, so metal. Oh, it was so metal. That was the first time I found your channel. That was my first stream I watched. Oh damn. God, where
Nice.
do I go from there? How can I ever top that?
You can't. It's Rex. It's a metal like hard rock and roll panther versus a T-Rex. How can you?
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can you fucking do that?
Unlike in front of a volcano to metal music. Yeah. A hip hop feather? Lol. Oh god. Well, we still have some bigger creatures to go. We have we got the sageback whale. But that is a little bit different. But we also have the Hydra Scorpion. I wonder what music I would have to that. It would be some very cool like desert tunes. It would be like some kind of Dune soundtrack shit going on. Yeah.
Oh,
You have a lot of like
Scorpion.
medium-sized foe, Bexxy?
A lot of them.
Like, do you have any of them?
Yeah. Oh my god. I need to look
Yeah.
at my list now of stuff to do. I got a sun crocodile, a burning undead, a flying manta ray.
That's a cool one, not gonna lie. Especially if you get to ride on that one. Yeah.
Well,
That
it's
would
a
be
medium
awesome.
creature. It's a medium creature.
No.
Yeah. I was
Well,
asking
if
because
small.
if I ever do another fight with the just absolutely focus on grappling build, the little character that I did, I want
Oh
to.
yeah. Lol.
He was
Yeah.
all in on fucking grappling. She has like a plus 15 to athletic. It was glorious.
Damn. Right, and then I got the Tomb Undead Warden. It's also medium.
Ooh,
The
okay, that sounds
rolling
cool.
the rolling boar.
Oh, that one sounds fun.
Oh my god, that reminds me of those woodland creatures you summon when we fight the
Yeah, it's the rolling boar.
the
That's the rolling boar.
oh my
The
god.
Bordillo.
I hate those things. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
We're so funny. We got a large tree monster, which was the Leshy.
God.
Then we got these.
Yeah, the Leshy.
Yeah, I got 3 different kinds of Devas that I've created. We got an exploding demon called the Wretch, which is like the new kind of like minions of the demons. Oh yeah, then we got the monkeys that are small, who get better the more of them they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds
The
that sounds hell.
bright purple monkeys that scream at you.
Oh my
That sounds
god.
hell. Actually, that sounds hella hell.
Then we got the Winter Hag. That I took a lot of. I took a lot of inspiration from Suki Onna, which is
Oh yeah.
the
Yep.
Japanese
Mean
folklore.
Yuki Onna.
Yuki Onna, yes.
Yeah. It literally translates to
Yeah, Snow
Snow
Woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Got a large nightmare creature, and then we got the alien spiders, this alien insects. Yeah. Okay, let's get back into what we're doing before we get way too.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get back to
Sidetrack.
Basing Say.
Yeah. All right, let's jump back into where we were. All right. So, is there any role play to be had in the tavern this night?
To be
You said
honest,
the festival is tomorrow, right?
The festival is
Yeah.
tomorrow, like dinner time.
is it? To be honest, not. I think we discussed it on the table, right? The key
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
If we talk in the tavern, it's just gonna be like excited for tomorrow. So it's just gonna be excited for tomorrow. That's it.
Excited.
I mean,
Excited too.
one thing Star Wars would actually would like to do is try to but it's just once she's alone, try to contact with Blue.
Oh, in the night.
Oh,
You try to
okay.
contact Blue.
Okay, sure.
Ooh, okay. So, late in the night, you step out from the warmth of the tavern into that wall of mist that is around you. And you look out into nothingness and say,
I know there's a misunderstood, but I'm still glad to bargain with information.
We are not on the tavern map, by the way. Just like to add.
oh shit, that's my fault.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
So all of us is on top sleeping at this point, right?
You're somewhere in
Well-
the tavern.
Yeah.
You got in there, you got in warm. And then later on, when there were less patrons around, Cyrix went out and tried to talk with the ravens.
I'm a crazy lady.
bird lady.
You
read this
wait for a minute or two. Nothing. And you start to walk back towards the doors. But then you hear the flap of wings. And it's not alone. Then 3 ravens land on a branch that is within your sight, despite the mist. None of them, however, has blue tinted feathers.
Starbucks will actually reach her backpack and take out her notebook and say to the ravens, before I go to sleep, if you want to know what everything I gather, just, and she points at the window where there, I think we can see it, right? The window where Styrax usually sleeps. Be there. And she goes back inside.
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about this night?
I mean, there was the thing where I don't know. I mean, it's pretty late, right? When you come back, or after dinner.
Yeah, it's like 9 or so in the evening.
I think the only thing is like in his room, like Leo will maybe work on. He has like a wooden raven statue that he bought,
Oh yeah.
and he has a woodworking knife. And he's maybe gonna make it look a little bit more like blue.
Ooh, okay. You don't have woodworking as a skill.
No,
Yeah.
No.
only a woodworking knife and a wooden toy.
Okay.
Since also there, can he help in some way? Like with his artistic eye, he knows like the shapes, or but no, that's for singing, huh? Yeah, never mind. It's arts and singing. I can't help.
Well, you
I mean,
can
arts
give him bardic
is-
inspiration.
Oh
That's
yeah,
too, yeah.
sure.
And you
I'll
can
be-
help.
I'll see what Leo's doing. Oh, you're interesting. Oh, so you're interesting in that. Well, you can
just
do it.
fun.
I believe. Don't worry.
Thank you.
It's gonna turn out great. You got bardic inspiration.
I feel empowered.
Okay. So make me an intelligence check and then an dexterity check.
Alright, intelligence check.
Yes. And this is to recall how
Yes.
blue looks like.
Ooh.
Okay. And then a dexterity check to do those changes.
Dexterity check.
It's still gonna be rather rudimentary since you don't have actually skill in this.
And then I will roll my 1d6, right?
Yeah, if you want to.
Or is there more checks that I have to do?
No, that was that. I thought with your reputation that you wouldn't roll this high. To be honest.
I told you yesterday was pretty bad. Not gonna lie. So I'm happy.
Wow. Well, it's still, done by a novice, these changes. But with the skill that you have, you do accomplish something that you feel rather proud of.
Well, I'll show it to Sol. It's pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah. Is that the annoying bird?
Yeah. I thought since it's kind of my fault,
Huh.
I'll try I'll try something, Just looking for some blue paint. I don't know. Do you have something like that?
I don't have my die right with me. I
you?
have disguise kit. I don't have die with me. My disguise kit.
Ooh,
Anymore.
I think your disguise kit was it taken as something dangerous by the walls? I think so.
I think so.
But what was dangerous about it?
I don't know.
it was-
Suspicious.
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 I think the guards got my stuff that has blue paint on it. I don't know why. It's so weird.
Well,
So,
that's a shame. I'll see if I find something.
yeah.
And
Probably
then
downstairs. You know, add some paint. Probably have something.
I'm not sure. When I asked about the paint stuff, they said there wasn't really anything here. There was just like a print shop. I'm gonna check that out maybe. Well, for now, and I'll put it on the window bar, looking out. Maybe it'll catch her interest.
Yeah. Hopefully it will.
Okay.
Soul yawns and stretches. It's like, all right, it's time to head to bed. Get excited for tomorrow.
I'm not sure if I'm excited, but ready.
Yeah. All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. You all fall asleep. Stark, Stephanie. You are awakened in the middle of the night by a tapping on the window.
Staros will stand up and open the window.
There.
Daphne.
Oh.
Yeah, Daphne just wake up and look at Sarax and be like, "What? Oh, huh. All right."
Always that second one.
There, you open the window. You see a lone, rather beautiful raven there, which has a rolled up paper in his beak. It jumps back from the side to side, and then muffledly goes.
Starak's tail will try to take the paper.
The raven jumps away, shakes his head, and then leans his head to the side, as if listening to you.
Alright, I guess we still do this. So Starbucks will actually go to her backpack and take out her notebook.
Oh, okay.
Skip this? Yeah, I can. Fuck.
And just pretty much start opening, just browsing through pages. And the first thing will be so the thing we found on the orphanage was actually a devil. We generally fight a devil. I still don't know how we still live, to be honest.
Yeah, it was half
There-
black bitch, that's what he
It
was.
was spells influencing the
Why does
children there, and actually the devil possessed one of them, which in order to, I guess, get a life out of there, I guess yes, because we did. We killed him.
No, that's a good clip.
But
Boy, you think I can
Daphne,
Daphne pull out the locket and just give it to Sarax.
You better fucking check your privilege.
yes, we also found this, and
What?
so far I think was the source of the devil. But I don't know if you know anything about this, and we'll leave the locket so the raven can look at it.
And the raven jumps forward, still with the parchment
I heard
in his mouth, and like gently taps the locket with his
Oh shit, I got a lot.
with his beak. A little bit of a clicking sound going on. Looks up at you, moves his head to the side, and then spits out the paper. It rolls down on the floor underneath the windowsill. Then a raven gently takes a locket in his beak and then flies away.
Starbucks will go to the paper and see.
What says there in very small but stark handwriting in Borean reads,
Every time I lost on it. So I should kill him.
Undead Horde, East Valaki, what the fuck, burn paper.
Undead horde.
Starbucks will look at Daphne. I
Um,
guess.
out,
Hmm?
out of character, the vineyard is east of Valaki, right?
No, is where we come from.
Oh, okay.
No. The
No?
vineyard is to the west.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this says east.
Isn't the east gate where the fish market stuff is, or
That's the northern towards the lake.
no north? Okay, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
I guess she gave us another lead. And Starbucks will actually proceed to burn the paper.
That is worrisome.
Indeed, but
Do you know how far? Are they
It is.
moving to Valaki?
Starbucks points at the window. She's already gone.
That's the rave. Alright.
That's how she is. We can't do anything else. Apart from trying to bargain with this.
Let's just deal with the event that happened tomorrow, then, well, inform Valaki about it later.
Before informing Balaki, I'd rather decide
Check.
what to do ourselves first.
Yeah, I feel like we do have to check it first. I don't think that it would just be a small horde like the one that we encounter.
But it might be led by the same thing. After all, he survived our encounter.
Hopefully there's not more of those. Revenant or whatever.
I don't know, but so far I think, unless Leo is with us, I think she's willing to cooperate again, at least.
Yeah, I guess. Well, the instant we thought that we are on our way to solving more problems, more arise.
At this point, I'm getting used to this. It's problem after problem.
Yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion that we might have to go to the vineyard or investigate these horde after this. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
The Vineyard is to the west, the Horde is to the east.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we need some rest. Tomorrow it will be a very long day, I think.
Yeah.
And Styrox proceeds to close the window.
Alright, and you go back to sleep.
Yeah, you see, like, Daphne instinctively grab for her bag, trying to look for like the whetstone, but realize that she doesn't have it. Like,
Oh.
and go back to sleep.
Aw. It's a little bit hard for you to fall asleep because you need that repetitive motion to like calm you, but eventually sleep takes you as well. You wake up to
Long
another day,
rest.
a long rest
You
indeed.
guys probably need to roll some dice.
Yes.
Indeed.
I actually do.
Remember
Wait,
that you
what's my-
regain half your HD, and then you spend HD, highest to lowest, to regain your hit points.
Okay. How much health do I have right now, actually?
You have one.
Yeah.
You will stabilize and you wake up.
Yeah, you have one.
Okay. Okay.
Take them to leave.
Better spend it all. Ooh, nice.
Remember that you
Okay.
add your vitality modifier on top of every die.
14.
Yeah.
Is there some
Vitality? Yeah, 14.
Vitality, yeah. It's
14.
yeah, it's
Alright.
it's a 9. It's minus for me.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm for life.
Hey!
Hey, let's
Nice.
go.
I'm almost full life.
what?
Nice.
Okay. Then I regain half of it, so I regain a 1d8 and 1d10.
Run out and
You regain
straight
first,
beside
and then you
everything
spend.
outdoors.
Oh,
Been fucked over.
Yeah, that's unlucky because you were full probably.
yeah, I have full dice, then I used it. But that's fine.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean,
unlucky.
it makes sense that you spend your resources to heal,
Yeah.
rather than you regain hit points and you regain your resources.
14 plus 19.
Should you talk about Johnny Depp now?
Hey, full
Fucking-
health! Let's go!
Woo!
No, it's okay, nice.
Okay. The first order of business is that
Oh,
Leo,
Yep,
you
full health.
notice that the statue is gone, and there's a small blue flower instead
Oh!
on the windowsill.
I wasn't finished yet, Blue. Come on. Well,
God,
I have
that's so adorable.
I'll
Like a forget-me-not,
yeah,
you know.
I'll certainly pick that up and I'll try to find like a good spot to maybe attach it to. Maybe on my belt, something,
Oh,
little string.
okay. It's very tall and very small and very fragile, but it will probably work for some time.
Yeah, I'll find a good spot.
Okay. And then
Let
you
me go.
meet downstairs for breakfast. There's some hustle and bustle already. Danica and Erwin are awake earlier than normal, and they seems to be moving about doing errands and fixing things with some urgency.
The big day has come.
maybe.
Yeah.
I
Excited.
need
How
to
was
say.
this time to offer?
You guys sleep.
I rest well and got something at the same time.
Oh. Intriguing. Should we go somewhere else for that, or?
Styros will look around. Is actually the tavern full of people? Or is just Danica and...
Wilbur sleeping by the counter. Otherwise, you're alone.
So at night I tried to contact Blue. At first it was kinda... I thought for a moment that she wouldn't be able, or at least willing to, but in the end we came in contact. I gave them the info we gathered from the orphanage, and in exchange I got undead horde is Balaki. What the fuck?
Wait,
Wait. A dead horde going to Vallaki or in Vallaki?
Undead horde is Balaki. That's it.
Dead
Was it-
horde is Vallaki.
was it Blue that wrote that?
It was a raven, the one who gave me that.
Wonder how she could write a message.
Ravens.
Remember that
unique.
we still don't know her true form, maybe.
Definitely interesting. How was her handwriting? What would you gather from it? A lot of sass, or
I won't bother with that.
very fortunate. Well, that is insanely dangerous, and we probably have to go there right now,
Yeah.
and to at least see if it is close.
He's not Vallaki.
It could.
Was no more info about that.
Well, I know that for a silver, at least the guy at the north gates let you go for a walk. But obviously we don't want to be away for too long. Maybe we'll just ask the god if they see anything at the east gate, if they saw anything. And leave it at that for now, maybe. I'm sure that the horde of undead is hard to hide.
I was thinking about checking it after today.
Well, I would love to at least know that it isn't next to the lucky. Then we can go with our business for today, yes. But it could interfere if it is booming.
Actually, true and fair. If it's actually close, it will be worse than this.
Yeah. And it might even have to do with this. Who knows? We should certainly check. Alright, so I guess let's quickly eat and get there.
The faster we are done with this, the better.
As you finish up your breakfast, the door upstairs open, and Rutavio
I just
comes down into the dining hall area. He's wearing outside clothes and a satchel over his shoulder. Seems like he's about to leave. He sees you, sees that you're also about to leave. Then walks up to Soul, puts a package into his hand, whispers, "I thought this could be useful for you." And then heads up through the doors ahead of you.
Rivers of Blood katana is like the best weapon in the game.
Oh. Thank you. So we'll turn around and show it to the party. Well, I got a box.
Hey, man, you're very good at making friends, it seems.
Yeah, hopefully something good that will help us.
What's in the box?
I just saw this video.
Hold on. So, hold on.
Level up once, and when we got
You got a
Rivers of Blood,
Pop. A random
shapes and
pop.
shit,
It's not actually a box.
Only
It's
level 1 people
like
invading.
paper,
Packet.
something soft wrapped in paper.
Ah,
Oh.
okay. I thought it's just a random box and people decided to open a random
The
unknown
box.
box.
What's in the
I mean,
box?
Victavio is the bard in the tavern. The talk.
Oh my god.
He's nice.
Hmm. That looks mighty special.
Well,
I want
give
to
it.
open it secretly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, they gather around and
Yeah.
ask them to gather around.
Wall
Have
of
their
Do
bodies
you
too.
do you stay
The
there?
wall.
Do you stay like you're standing up beside your like usual table, or do you leave the tavern?
You probably leave the tavern.
Probably
Yeah,
leave the
side of
tavern.
the
Yeah,
tavern.
step to the side. Yeah, okay. And
Yeah.
you gather around a circle. All of you like, what's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right,
Yeah.
do you open the package?
Yes.
It's a bomb.
Yeah, I'll take the break. Oh no.
Roll a dex save.
It's a bee. It's a beehive. No.
Bees.
Bees. No.
You unwrap the package, and halfway there, kind of woven into it, there's before you actually open it up, there's a little note that says next order for the captain. And you finish unwrapping it, and there is a soft stuffed doll of a red tiefling girl.
Oh no.
Oh no. Next order for the captain. Oh god. Okay.
Dressed in a very cute white dress.
Oh, this just another.
All right. It's not the
Uh-oh.
package I necessarily
Um.
wanted, but you know.
This is very ominous. Seems like it's Arabelle.
Well, I mean, if you're that's like the note, the package, the thing. I mean, it's whew.
Well, I think we need to, at this point, go to Strozny, right? Find him.
Well, we have to be careful because
Today is complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, after everything went down, we can maybe get some words out of him with this. Or when things go bad, maybe you can use it as a way to persuade him. Kindly. You know?
Wait. Didn't Lady Watcher said mummifications and dolls?
Well, yeah, so mummification was what he needed to know about, and he seemed to have an obsession with dolls. I mean,
Oh,
you magic people might gather something, but
Um.
I'm, you know, just saying, I have read some stories. Maybe,
So,
I don't know.
okay. Sol is gonna squeeze the doll.
Oh, why are you doing that?
No, like full on squeeze. Just like you're checking it out. Basically, is it like soft or squishy?
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Thankfully, you're not going to have a nightmare tonight.
Ah.
Because it's not squishy, it's just soft.
Okay. Oh, I was expecting a lot more worse.
Well,
Ah.
Well, maybe that wasn't the way in the works, you know. It was
my
supposed to be delivered.
theory has always been
He's a dragon.
Arabelle was kidnapped for some ritual-esque activity. So that might have some connection there. Either soul transferring,
No. Margaret.
sacrificing to another deity or being, something along that line, you know?
All right, let's keep our. We'll deal with it as soon as possible. It's for now. find
Oh.
a safe place for its soul.
Yeah, Soul is gonna put it on his backpack. Like, bottom of the backpack. Leaks deep in, you know.
Alright. You can add
Maybe.
red tiefling girdle to your inventory.
Oh, jag drar fram
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red tiefling girl.
Okay. Where are we heading?
To the east gate.
Okay.
To the festival, right?
How this
No, to
festival is
Eastgate.
dinner time.
To Eastgate.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I see. Alright, yeah.
Alright.
Eastgate it is.
Okay. You start moving towards Eastgate. Thankfully, at this point, the mists have dispersed, and it's a rather normal day. Of course, there are mists around, but not like yesterday. Instead, the morning is rather warm. If the mists weren't there probably wouldn't be any clouds. But they are a constant companion, preventing any sunlight to fall upon the lands of Barovia. And there's no wind either. It's a very still, balmy morning, like a last hurrah of summer during this autumn. And there's quite a few people outside. You know, they're moving, doing a bunch of preparations for the festival tonight. People hanging up. What is it called? You know, these lines with triangular flags.
Yeah.
Ew.
Festival stuff.
Yes, they're doing festival things. In the in the color scheme of white and yellow, in honor of the festival of the blazing sun, and there's being prepared a lot of torches and lanterns and things to burn tonight in its honor. There's a forced cheeriness when people meet each other. There are these big smiles talking about how excited they are for tonight. While some might be genuine, it's always overplayed and sometimes completely manufactured. And you hear things as all is well in Vallaki, and how lucky you all are, we all are in Vallaki to have the Burgomaster and his festivals to keep us happy and safe away from the devil. Yes, you're able to pick up the cloak, Leo. And Lottie might be the only person who is genuinely excited for tonight. It's another, hurricane of like cuteness overload, genuine passion and excitement for tonight. And she seems rather busy, so it's a rather curt meeting, but she gushes over how handsome you look in your new cloak.
Thank you. Put it over.
And as soon as you step out of the shop, the little bell, dingles. Coming down the road with a rather huff and puff to him, shoulders rosy with exertion, is Father Lucian.
Father brings you up here.
As soon as he sees you, there is relief painted on his features, and he walks up to you, and he has to catch his breath before he's able to talk. Our demonic lord, I'm so happy that I was able to find you. Oh, I'm not used to walking. Could I borrow you? Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
As well.
All is
yes.
well in Vallaki. Would you I have a special Morning Lord ceremony that I want to bequeath upon you inside of my church. Please follow me. And he gives you like
Certainly.
a genuine stress look.
Certainly, father. I give like a look to the others. Maybe they're a little
You-
scattered, waiting for me to get my coat, and I'll like give them like a little nod to follow.
Definitely follow.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian begins his power walk
Walk on him, please, please.
through the thoroughfare of Vallaki. He often gets stopped with like people wishing him well and wants to talk to him, and he has to do this whole tirade of Morning Lord's blessings upon you. This is gonna be an awesome day. I'm so sorry, but I'm very, very busy. Yes, I'm very sorry to hear about your cat. Please leave me
I'll
alone.
move. You know what? I'll move like Daphne right next to him. So everyone that wants to talk to him has to at least go pretty close to Daphne.
Roll intimidation, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be just like power
Yeah.
walk next to Father Lucian.
Ooh, okay. Make me a persuasion presence.
Can I help with
Lucian,
that?
what?
Maybe on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Are you that intimidating or are you approachable?
Might have a different presence about me. It's not
Yeah,
about intimidating, but
but-
it's about like.
Would you be approachable though in your presence, rather than non-approachable?
I guess it
Hmm?
depends. I mean, I could probably put on a face that it's unapproachable. but
Okay,
probably
let's
not
try.
his-
But your
Yeah.
DC is gonna be higher. Another
Yeah.
presence persuasion.
It's
Just
nice.
be Victor. Don't worry.
Aww.
Hey, buddies!
God.
No, Father Lucian seems to be a popular man, and it takes you a while, but he tries to, the most polite and strained way that he can, dismiss everybody who wants his attention.
Yeah. I guess I'll like talk to Daphne like as we see that doesn't work and be like, yeah, I gotta work on that. I feel like we kind of contradict each other a little bit in that situation, you know. We'll get it down.
But eventually, you walk all the way across Vallaki back towards the orphanage and the church, and
Yeah.
I want everybody to make me a. Who just make me composure check, everybody. Just pure composure.
Oh god, you shitting me.
Composure.
My best ability check.
Same.
Alex, it's all you.
Oh god!
Yep,
Come
Cyrex,
on,
it's all
guys.
you.
Come on, guys.
No, we not composed at all.
Can I get an above 10? Starks.
Why did you drop dead?
Neo, are you there?
Oh.
You
Neo
need
is
your
still
rolling
gone.
luck right now.
I actually have Neo's stat here. I mean Starks' stat.
I think it's +1.
Yeah.
I think
but
it's a
no,
little bit
Neo
higher than
rolled
that.
so well.
+1. What's this?
Oh!
Hey!
Woo!
I lagged for a moment there. I was like, okay, what?
I thought
What?
it
Wait,
would
what?
be
What?
18,
Wait, what?
right?
I'm lost. What?
Sorry.
18.
That's great. That's awesome. You're all a little bit scatterbrained as you step onto the church ground and into the church after the rather tense for the Lucian. But Styrex, having her wits about her with her big things. Styrex, you notice that whatever aura surrounded the church, that pressed away the mists to a far diminished state, that oppressive atmosphere that lifted, that made your shoulders light and your heads untroubled. It's not here.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Shoot him, please.
You can see Styrax went from worried face to serious face, pretty much.
And as soon as you step into... Oh, Alaska, what are you doing here? The church. He pulls you aside from the members of the congregation that are here right now for prayer in the morning after the morning ceremony. He pulls you into like one of these side corridors. This one, that led downwards and to the preparation room, but instead there's another door that leads into a rather simple Spartan office, and he kind of ushers you in rather quickly, quite worried. And immediately as the door shuts, he takes a hand that kind of massages the bridge, the top bridge of his nose, and goes over his eyes. And he says,
Yeah,
I-
like your huge
"You have
schlong.
proven yourself to be rather resourceful. And I tried to bring up this to the burgomaster immediately when I
Nice
noticed. But he wants to go ahead with the festivities today. Nonetheless, so I do not know who to turn to because I don't know what to do. This the blessing that is around and within Saint Barovia, Saint Andral, it's gone.
I notice.
Yeah,
Wow.
too now, yeah. Now that you mention it.
Sweatiest palms.
I woke up feeling worried about today. Had my breakfast, started the ceremony, and while having this knot in my stomach, and as soon as it finished, that's when it dawned upon me that everything is not alright. So I checked, and the blessing of Saint Andral has been in place for centuries. For it to be gone, this is very serious.
Was it something that was connected to an holy object, or something that manifested in the church?
He takes a big sigh and looks at all of you. A big breath and looks at all of you. Can I count on your discretion?
Of course.
Of course.
Styrax,
There's
not,
nothing
not
to gain from us.
Saint Andral was a person, of course. The Saint Andral. He was the custodian of this land
Yeah,
when the curse fell upon us.
I've seen the armor.
The mist rose.
It's
And his
it's
actions during those early days earned him a certain power.
entering the swirly thingy.
And that persisted in his death. In his bones.
They're nice.
Now, over the years,
There's another one of these.
through different things and happenstances, these bones have been stolen. But one remained, hidden, well hidden,
Don't have the right.
and nothing has been stolen for, well, my master said nothing about it, and the master before then. And so I thought we were safe, that finally we had found a place for the thigh bone to be safe, secret, hidden. I went and checked, and it's gone. This is This is a disaster. There's nothing protecting us from the devil anymore. From his influence, from the mists, from the cars.
Let's keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down.
Under my
It
watch.
It is. We are, as you said, quite resourceful. Let's try to go through it. You're the only person that know about the location. Is that correct?
No. The foremost custodians, in case of something of me happens, my first acolyte, Diana, and the groundskeeper.
Does anyone else know about it?
They shouldn't.
Anyone outside?
They shouldn't, unless Diana or Milevoy has been talking.
Well, can we see the
Wait,
site where it was?
wait. Millie
Yeah.
boy?
Yes, he's technically the groundskeeper.
This might.
Send me the link to this shit.
I think there's a chance that might be related with the devil we fought the other day.
Oh,
He cursed Millie boy,
I want to be a part of the conversation.
so perhaps.
No. Wait, perhaps Milevoy was cursed or something. Oh, this is bad. I'm so sorry, Milevoy. I should have done something about it earlier, but I
I'm getting ads.
have so much to do. But I should have prioritized better.
We maybe
But
see
also-
the site before we
yes.
trample down any more theories. Let's see
but-
the place where it
Yes.
was. Maybe we can find some
Yes, to
tracks or
not-
something like that.
to be sure, there's also someone with my skills, but even better than me.
Yeah, I think it's
That
possible to
can-
find that without knowing. Yeah.
All right.
Can you take us there?
Yes, I can. But be casual.
Of course.
He steps out. He's still ashen in the face, but he kind of straightens his shoulders and plasters his face from this worriedness to what he, as much as he can, a neutral look.
Yeah, I have no idea what Brunox do.
And he walks out, walks through the congregation further into the second wing that is further down the altar hallway. So a wing that is to the right further in. Steps in down through another steps of stairs that is identical and mirrored to those that would have led down to the preparation room for the dead in the first left wing. But this time it leads you down into an earthen cellar. Damp, smells of mushrooms and mold. And here there's a bunch of crates, empty barrels of wine, and general. It's a shed for tools, a place to put all the resources and materials of the church, a storage room, you could say. There's an open sack of carrots, for example, that is gleaming to you in the darkness as. You brought the lantern with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you light it up, and he goes further into the cellar, kinda into the left corner, where there's open space, which is basically just a bend around some crates.
Right, but how long does this
And
last?
there is a hole in the ground, about a meter deep,
No.
and a mound of dirt beside it.
Right. Yeah. I'll immediately be like, definitely look around if you see anything. Starix, you can maybe find some remnants of magic stuff here.
I'll,
On it.
I'll try. Give me
So maybe you
As
can
always.
see if there's any place where there's been like broken in, anything that has been toppled over, maybe. Some extra clues.
Alright. So investigation checks for those who want to, and
As Starbucks will actually use detect magic as ritual.
as a ritual. Alright. Hold on with
Okay.
Starks. Rest of you can do your investigation in the meantime.
Oh my god, I roll so low today. Oh,
Well, isn't it for uploads? So one wrong thing
Healing.
that I pressed. That's the wrong thing.
Also.
That was a good roll. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
Um,
unfortunate.
What do I want to say? Isn't it survival for Daphne to find tracks?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
specifically tracks would be survival intelligence.
Also.
I mean, it's
Alright,
what I asked her at least.
I'll try to find some
There's a
tracks
thing
then.
here.
Mhm.
Wow.
God.
Okay, today's one of those sessions where my luck is atrocious. I'm sorry, guys.
Sometimes it runs out. Alright.
Well, you've had some sessions where your luck was amazing, so karma, you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Balance.
Okay, you look around, and when it
Maybe
comes
my
to
11.
when it comes to tracks, there has been some traffic in this room. I mean, sometimes people come down and pick up stuff and leave. Nothing stands out to you as being particularly suspicious. There's no signs of breaking in. Nothing has been toppled over, and it's just a neat little hole and a pile of dirt beside it. It takes some time
Illusion.
for you to walk around and do this, and in the meantime, Starks, your detect magic ritual activates, and you look with your magical sight. There is a strong after image presence to the whole of abjuration, of a strong blue, but nothing else.
Have you ever heard about
Right here.
the father that moves through the mist? That something that reminds you of anything?
Father that moves through the mist.
Yeah, that is what my girlfriend asks me every night.
Where have you heard about this?
It
Another
is.
thing she asks me every
The
day.
demon was following that person. Demon that
My pants down.
Oh,
and
no,
ass.
that-
made Melovich sick, and
Unfortunately, that makes a lot of
Yes, you
sense.
are
Well,
supposed to aim it towards the hole.
the father that moves through the mist is, of course, Father Knight,
right.
the
so?
deity that
If she
all
loses
those that we would
as you
call
aim, she's-
evil, corrupted in Barovia, often fall under their control or become seduced, tempted. Stray from the path of the dawn.
Yeah, well, this is certainly bad news. Whatever creature it was, it's possible that it is hard to
Those are
track
called gay people.
in any form. But it might have an idea on where it will be brought to. Maybe.
Really? Where?
Well, there's a temple to Father Knight, which isn't that far from here.
You must
Mhm.
understand what this holy
Motherfucker.
artifact has done for us.
My ass so bad. There's no real.
The
time.
artifact physically makes it impossible for the devil to enter the grounds.
Yeah.
So we're
Nor
talking
their
about-
ability to
Yep.
seduce anybody within it. This
Yep.
is after the Abbey of St. Markovia fell and the village the village of Barovia's church became too decrepit, this is the only bastion of the Morning Lord that remains strong. Well, not anymore.
So
Let me ask you something, Father. Yesterday, everything was still normal, correct?
I do believe so. I went to bed feeling normal.
Then
Disturbed,
we have
but
to
normal.
we have to hurry. Let's go talk to Milavoy.
yeah, I mean, if I understand correctly, then a normal person had to get this, right? Anything that would have been any sort of demon would not be able to touch it or get close.
Exactly, that's been part of the defense. That none of the minions or lackeys of those who follow Father Knight or being touched by it cannot even enter to begin to steal it.
And if then the bone would be moved, would like this area, this feeling, would it be moving with it? Since it also seemed to like, you know, work against the mist. I mean,
Oh.
at least that.
Yes, they're quite potent. Or it is quite potent, what is left of Saint Andral at least.
I mean, that is something that we have to maybe even see or notice. So maybe have your acolytes move around the city, and as we interrogate some suspicious people and see if they get a feel from it anywhere.
I try to warn the Burgomaster that this should have our utmost focus. But he says it doesn't matter, that the Morning Lord hasn't protected us against the devil in the past. And so he wants me to continue ahead with all the preparations for this stupid festival tonight. I will try to put as much manpower onto this as possible, but if I do not follow the orders of the Burgomaster, well then I'm susceptible to the punishment of the law.
Or maybe you can
Huh?
get a few kids to walk around as well. Maybe give them a little bit of coin for their works.
I will try, but they're not always reliable when it comes to that.
It's better than nothing.
Very true, very true. Alright.
Like I said, we do not have time to waste. If the artifact is still within the ground of Valaki, we have to move quick. Come on.
Let's get to
Yes,
another
yes,
way.
oh god. Yes, please. And as soon as you know something, you need to tell me. Yes.
Well done.
Darius, you still got your thing up. Maybe you can see something. Come on.
As long as we do not know where the thigh bone is, there is nowhere safe in Barovia anymore. From
Yeah.
the Father Knight, from the devil, and from her minions.
It would be unfortunate there would be a horde of an undead around, right?
Uh,
And he like moves off.
And with that,
uh,
oh sorry, continue.
no.
And
Just a reaction.
okay. And with that sentiment, with these news, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Father Torment. Woo!